the solar flash in terms of how to go about getting clear, precise information. And one of them you would go to would be this website. There are many of them, but I'm only covering one at a time. So earthsky.org gives you a clear idea of the sun activity over the last 24 hours. And it's very simple English. It's not no jargon. It's very easy to read, very easy to understand. And it's just, if you go on Earth Sky, it gives you the sun activity departing. And then they talked about on, on Saturday, there was a sunspot that delivered a lot of solar flares, over the last couple of days. And it even delivered double flares. So they talked about that and that it departed, meaning that it moved away from facing the sun to another location of the sun. And this is the sunspots they are talking about right here, this one here. And then this was called AR 3296, and this tells you about the level of flare that it blasted out. This came out of NOAA. NOAA is a branch of the USA. This is NOAA. You could look at it together. Where's NOAA? This is NOAA. It should pop up. And give it a second. This is NOAA. I highly recommend as well to keep you up to date on that. Let's go back to the Earth Sky site. Okay, this is them. That's the picture we just went over of the sun, the latest, biggest solar sunspot. And also it gives you sun activity for May for the day, and it gave you the sunspot that we just saw earlier. And it also talked about the top news regarding sun activity for today. That's AR 3296. And then it talks about the sea flares that were produced and the level of them. It also talks about the region, and it also tells you that we are at a very we are expected to be, we have 15% X flare. It doesn't say here, but I know it is. We have 50. Oh yeah, here it is. It says right here. We have 15% chance of an X flares in the next 24 hours. So it gives you an idea what's about to happen in the next 24 hours. The forecast is 99% chance of a C flares, 55% chance of an M flares, and a 15% chance of an X flare. That's kind of important to know. So that's like some kind of a prediction. It's not very accurate, but it's pretty much what NASA puts out there for everyone. And the National Weather Center as well. And it gives you the next expected CME, the coronal mass ejection, and it tells you whether it's coming whether it's being released directly towards the Earth, or whether or not it is coming from a sunspot that is not facing the planet. But it also tells you about the activity, the geomagnetic activity that are currently going on right now, and that is the sun's activity in relation to the Earth's magnetic field. And as you probably know, the Earth's magnetic field is thinning, little by little. This is why we're feeling the impact of the energy of the CMEs that are being released by the sun. Another thing I wanted to mention is that the sun releases solar flares pretty often. It's just that now, during this particular sun activity cycle, planet Earth has also moved in location. Planet Earth is now in a location a lot closer to the sun than before. So that's why it's a big deal this time around. It's much of a big deal. So you can always understand the current magnetic activity based on the location of the sunspots. Those are the sunspots that we currently have going on right now around the sun. And this is the east side of the sun. That's the west. The south, the north. And now you can tell this is all due to different sunspots. A lot of times, the solar flares, the CMEs, they are released from a sunspot. But that doesn't mean that the sunspot that will release a solar flare coming directly into the heart of the planet, we will be able to see it. There are sunspots, we cannot see all sunspots, regardless how sophisticated our technology is. We cannot see all the sunspots that are on the sun. We can only see a limited version of them. Anyway, so this, like I said, this was released by NASA SDO. And as it's, this, you could always go over this yourself. You don't need that I read this for you. And the next thing is that if you wanted to know what happened yesterday, which was the day before, the day after, it gives you the sun activity for the day after, before that, and it goes over that as well. And it gives you the last 24 hours of what's expected, and also there were like blackouts or radio communication, satellites communication. It gives you a clear idea of what happened the day before, and this tells you on the 11th, which was today's the 13th, that was Friday, it tells you that this particular large sunspot was on the backside of the sun, and it tells you that part of the planet that is facing the side of the sun. See, there's a lot of activity going on here, so that tells you a lot. This is from SDO, another branch of NASA, part of NASA. And here, for those of you who enjoy Aurora Borealis, this gives you the predictions for Aurora Borealis, which in my opinion, I call them celestial light. They are quite beautiful, quite amazing. Some people are completely fanatics, but I'm not really into that so much because I'm aware of the fact that there's a bigger picture going on, which is solar flare, solar blast that's coming into the Earth. This is from NOAA, which, the National Space Weather Prediction Center, which I highly recommend that you keep up with if you want to know what's happening. And also, like I said, it gives you the likelihood of auroras that are happening around. Usually, it's going mostly in the northern part of the planet. But as I said, it was from NOAA. Always have to give them credit. They are the specialists that are putting out these images, even though other channels and websites are using them. They are the ones that are doing all the work. This is NOAA again, putting out observation of the sun on May the 11th. And you can always tell when there's a lot of sun activity going on because you could feel the energy when you're sleeping at night. You could feel it during the day. Some people are more agitated. Some people are more, like this was on the 11th. The 11th was, today's 13, 12, 11th was Friday. So that was what happened on Friday. So it gives you very clear. It gives you the KP index for each, the locations. And the KP index is telling you that it's a planetary K index. It's basically telling you the level of radiation activity around the planet in regard to the sun, the magnetic field of the planet. And this goes on and on and on. It's for every day. They do it for every day, and I highly, highly respect that. So I recommend checking them out. I don't know who they are. I'm not even a subscriber to them. I simply know that it's very good that there's a website that's putting out information on the sun's activity every 24 hours. And not only because it's the sun, we are in the middle of a sun cycle, but primarily because of the fact that we are due for a huge solar flash, a celestial event. So it's very important that we are going over, that some of us are actually covering this information. And I think it's extremely important, and I give them lots of credit for that they are taking the time to provide a report on the sun activity every day. Those are the sunspot of the sun right now that's going on, that we are dealing with now. And then those are the latest sunspot that just moved away. It did moved away from the Earth-facing side, moved to the other side of the Earth. Okay, this is it for now. If this helps, I will continue to do this, try to do it once a week, do a quick update on the solar activity, whichever, and just so that we stay together and we stay prepared, we share and learn and share from each other, because this is what we have to do. We can't wait on them to tell us anything, folks. We got to help each other. We're in this together, whether we are black, white, but all of us human. Yeah, I'm being very clear on this one. Of all of us human with human DNA. Not all of us here are humans. You all know that. A lot of us walk around in human cloaks, but we are not human. Some of us are humans. I'm speaking to those of us who are humans, those of us with 100% human DNA. We are the ones that are going to be affected on a high spiritual level by the solar flash. Others will be impacted, but in a different way. But humanity stands to benefit drastically. If you're walking around with human DNA, you're a human being. You stand to benefit drastically spiritually from this event. Okay? Again, for the last time, I'm going to say this. Not all of us are human, folks. Some of us are walking around in human vessels, but they are not human. So therefore, the sun's activity could be disturbing to them. But to us, humanity is a blessing from the heavens. It's a creator giving us an opportunity to redeem ourselves. Until then, I love you much, and I will see you very soon. Much love, much love, 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 love. Thank you.